Well, I guess my short version of my testimony is 11 years ago when I was 47 years old, I started going to church, and here in town, not at Brookside, but kind of met God there. I was drawn in by the music and the messages, and it was really wonderful, and it kind of helped me clarify a few things. I'm one of those persons that always was searching for the meaning of life and had done that my entire adult life and really hadn't come up with any good conclusions. But as I learned about God and learned about Jesus, and he kind of drawed me in and really wanted to learn more about him. And as I did, I really come to realize that, you know, he's the creator of the universe, and he's made everything around us, everything we can see, touch, smell, taste, and just kind of blew me away, and really didn't understand all that before, and helped me really come to a conclusion about the meaning of life. And that had to do with just loving God and enjoying him. But that led me to another decision, that I had to do something with Jesus, because I really hadn't confronted that. And as I studied Jesus and learned about God, and he spoke to my heart, I decided I had to make a choice for Jesus. And I did that, and repented of my sin, and just really, what did he do for me? He saved me. He regenerated me. He really changed me into a new person. And it's kind of like a caterpillar changing into a butterfly. I just a completely different person than what I was before I met Jesus. And so that's what God's done for me. He saved me, and I just am grateful for that, and just want to, you know, enjoy him and do what he wants. I guess the other part of the questions were about why get baptized. Well, at the church I was at, we didn't have the ability to have full immersion in water baptism. So this opportunity came up, and I thought, well, this is a good time, and it felt just right. So since I was saved, I've always wanted to have an adult version of the baptism. I was baptized as a baby, but thought this was a good time to do that, take that step, and really, you know, talk about why I want to do this is really has to do with, I just want to show people how much I love Jesus. I want to show my family, my friends, and the whole world that, you know, what Jesus has done on the inside of me is the most amazing gift I could ever think of. And really, I think it's the amazing gift he offers to everybody, and a changed life, living for him. And I just wanted to show that on the outside, what I'm really feeling on the inside, because he's really the greatest treasure that I've ever found, and I think he is the treasure and the meaning of life. So that's why I want to get baptized.
My name is Kaylee Poole. What made me love Christ was not all of a sudden. I started figuring out how to do life. What made me love Christ is that what I was at my worst when I absolutely could not clean up myself, and there was nothing anybody could do with me. Right at the moment, Christ said, "I'll take that one. That's the one I want."
My name is Caden Poole. I decided to get baptized because I want to give my whole life to Jesus. I want to show others what Jesus means and how he is.
My name is Kerry McLaughlin. I chose to get baptized here, I guess this morning, when you guys will be watching this, because I just wanted to take the opportunity. As an adult, I was baptized when I was very young, but I feel like I needed to have an outward public profession of my faith to all who want to see it, that I have chosen Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior, and that I'm not ashamed of the gospel. That is the power of God for salvation for all who believe, and just wanted to take the opportunity to profess it in front of all of you as an adult.
My name is Jen McCambridge, and I'm 39 years old. I had little experience with faith. It was raised mostly Catholic. I was never sure that I fit in there, so I just kind of left. And through the years, there were things that happened to me that caused me to fear men, that caused me to fear anyone who might love me, because they can take it away very easily. So I learned that the best way to deal with that is to numb it and take it away, because it was too much. So I learned that substances were the best option for me. And in doing so, I shouldn't be here. The drugs I did were the ones that kill you. You don't come back. There are 90% of the people I knew back then that aren't here. And I had something like survivor's guilt for a while. What on earth did I do to still be here? Why? Because it hurt so bad. So then in 2016, after losing one of my best friends, I was walking my dog, and I saw a statue of the Virgin Mary lit up at this church in Gahanna. It's called St. Matthew's. And there was something about that statue that just called me over to it. And in my mind, the Catholic Church was the last place I wanted to be. But there was something about that statue. So I took my dog over, and I knelt, and I begged. More than begged. I pleaded for a long time, and I hadn't prayed in years, and I didn't even know if I was praying right, because all I knew was God hated me, and He didn't want me. So I begged and begged, even though you don't like me, I want you to. And throughout the course of a few months, some people came into my life that told me, you're more than this, and we can see through it. Take my hand. So I took their hand, and I went to rehab. And it was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. To admit your guilts, your vulnerabilities, what you're afraid of to other people you don't know. But I found strength there. And there was a woman there who told me, out of all these people here, you're the one that I want to work with. And she worked with me. And she had faith. And yes, it used to annoy me because I was not there yet. But I still saw this thing in her. And when she told me, when you leave rehab, it's not a safety bubble anymore. You have to have a strong foundation. You've tried to build yours on a trampoline, and it's not going to work. So when I got out, I stumbled a few times, like most people do. And then I knew somewhere inside of me that there was something telling me this was it, you're done. You have better things to do. And I prayed again. And I heard something I'd never heard before. I love you. And I thought I was saying it to myself, because I loved everybody else, I just didn't love me. So then God slowly started to creep His way in without me even asking. And I heard a saying once that God is very shy, and He waits outside until all your company is gone, and He enters into your lonely heart without ever ringing the bell. And I think that's what happened, because I gave up my ego, my pride. And then I got sick. I have neurotoxic manganism. It is a heavy metal poisoning in the brain. It is the only heavy metal that cannot be chelated out of your body. We've tried, and it made me sicker. So I'll have it forever. They've never seen my case before, because I also have lupus. But the neurotoxic manganism has only been seen in college studies. They don't know what it's gonna, how long do I have? How long will my brain work? It's toxic. It sits on the basal ganglia that controls your movement, intuition, things like this. So while I'm okay, and I know what I'm doing, and I have this time, this is my time. And I want it to be the right time, because it's always been the wrong time. And that's why one day I was sitting here in Chillicothe in the dog park, and a woman said to me, "Are you Nightbird?" And I said, "No." In my mind, I thought that was some nickname, I didn't know. And she said, "Well, you look like this girl from Zanesville, Ohio, and you remind me so much of her." And I thought, who are you talking about? So I looked her up, and this is her. Nightbird was a singer on America's Got Talent, and she sang the song "It's Okay." And I heard that song in the dog park, and I looked how she looked, and I saw her pain, and she had cancer that was killing her. And if she was okay with how she looked and how she was feeling, I needed to be too. But how was she so happy? What was she doing to make her happy? She's a Christian. She goes to church all the time. So, this is my hero because I researched her. I looked into every speech she made on YouTube before she died, and everything she said was about God and how God had her and still has her. And even though she knows she's not going to be here, she's going with him. She was God's downstairs neighbor banging on the ceiling with a broomstick, and that was me. So this is my first guardrail that found me. And I went to her celebration of life when she passed. And her mother grabbed me and said, "You look like my Jamie, and you keep going." So I did. But I still wasn't ready for the whole church yet. I was praying in my own way, talking to God in my own way. One day I was just riding my golf cart through my neighborhood, and there stood a woman that I had known since I was 3 years old. And I had seen her from afar. And that love that she gave me when I was a kid still radiated from her. So Charlotte is who brought me here. God put her in my life 30 years ago to say, this is the mother you're gonna need, and this is the friend you're gonna need one day. So I started coming to church with her, and I started singing, and I started smiling. Because when I go home, that feeling that I get from Charlotte, I carry it with me, and I keep it, and I keep this church with me. I never thought I'd be back in a church. So here I am, and I'm here because I know that this is right. I know in my heart. I don't cry, I don't feel most of the time, but this place has allowed me to because it's human emotion that's normal. So why I'm here, why now? Because it's the right time, when it's always been the wrong time for me. And I want this to be my time to be in my story with love and with God and people around me who see good in me. And see that I'm not the former drug addict. I'm not every bad thing. In baptism, I was baptized Catholic as an infant, but I don't remember it, obviously. I didn't know that people were baptized as adults. And if I did, my short-term memory forgot, I guess. So I hadn't even talked to Charlotte about it. I hadn't thought about it. And then there was a boy here one day who was baptized, and I didn't hear anybody around me. I didn't see anything but him go under that water. And when he came up, there was to be washed of every guilt, of every sin, when you've begged for forgiveness so many times, but you didn't know how to get rid of it. That was the answer. So yeah, I want to be baptized. And I don't want it sprinkled on my forehead. I don't want it thrown at me. I want all the way under, just like everybody else. And if I have to be carried in there, I don't care. I'll let my pride go for